Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. I'm brand new at this YouTube biz, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I work through kinks and the growing pains of a new medium of teaching. So I am a certified yoga instructor and sociologist. My goal is to change how you view wellness so that you crave and also commit to your holistic wellness. So today we're going to do a short video working on our core strength. This is something that everyone asks me to do. I love working on my abs for vain reasons, but also I love working on my whole entire core, which is more than your abs, contrary to popular belief, just so that I have optimal mobility, my organs are working properly. Our core houses the majority of our organs. So we can be strong. I can be physically strong. I feel like I'm more mentally strong, and so on and so forth. There's so many benefits of core strength beyond having six-pack abs. That's an aesthetic benefit that is fantastic. I love it. But don't feel bad if you work out a lot and you work to strengthen your core, but you don't see a lot of definition as quickly as you may want to. For some, it just may not be in your body's makeup, in your dosha, your constitution for you to have that sort of definition. That doesn't mean you're not strong. That doesn't mean your organs aren't working properly. It doesn't mean anything other than you just don't have that definition right now. And that's nothing to beat yourself up about. What you want to focus your energy on is building up your strength, period. Because when you feel strong, then you are strong and you behave accordingly. So we're going to do a few of my go-to abdominal exercises to work the transverse abdominals, so the six-pack-ish abs, our lower abs, our obliques, as well as getting into our hips, glutes, as well as a little bit of our shoulders. So it seems like a lot in a short amount of time, but so we're all connected. Everything in this system is connected. So if you're working one, you're likely to be working another. You may not be working it as intensely, but it's still getting a full, beautiful workout. So let's get started. Oh, also, this is Ambrosio, the Latin lover. He's 15 years young. He's very disrespectful. He doesn't appreciate me practicing yoga on my mat. He would prefer that I would just move and let him sleep here. So I often will work around him, and I think that's beneficial to those of you who are working now at home with children or pets who like to get in your way. Use it as a practice of patience and of compassion, because you can still get your workout on. And if you get too serious in this practice, it kind of, you may miss the point, right? So we want to still be open and happy and joyful. Be playful. Playful is a good word to come back to in your practice. No matter how intense the practice may be, I am very well known for my equally serious and silly sides. So I'm all about balance, and I will say something very serious and important and end it with a very immature joke. So I like to balance things out, and he is very much a part of that process for me, and that I have to work around him because I love him so much, and he's old and he's tiny and he's cute. So how could I not? And then look at those little paws. What is that? Anyway, so let's get started. Actually, I was gonna have you start on your hands and knees. So if you haven't already, pause this and do a quick warm up. I've already warmed up. I've been on this mat for an hour and a half at this point, so I'm good to go. But to avoid injury and harming yourself when you're trying to heal or grow stronger, do a quick warm up. You can do 3 rounds of sun salutations, a few standing poses. If you do Pilates, work out the first few poses in the sequence, especially the 100. Just do whatever you need to build up some heat so that when you're working your muscles, they don't grow weary of you and work against you because you're not respecting them. So come to lie on your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat in the earth. Pull your locks out from underneath you so you don't build these weird uncomfortable lumps in the back of your head. Clasp your hands together behind the mat, behind your head. If you have a knot holding your hair, move that out of the way as well. It's the same reason you moved your locks. So first, let's just connect to the earth. You want to have your spine glued to the earth. Tailbone is tucked slightly under. Pelvis is tilted back and towards you. Navel is pulled back towards the spine. Abdominal muscles are engaged, right? So we're flexing, feeling strong. So first, arch the back, tilting the pelvis away from you. And then curl the spine, curl the pelvis towards you. For both moves, so when you arch the back, you should be able to put your hand underneath your back. And when you curl it back towards you, you should not, right? So move your body, adjust as necessary so that you're able to do this. So if your feet are pointed outwards, that's fine. You don't have to have perfect, everything straight and rigid. This is not an alignment-based class, although alignment is important. I'm not so rigid in my alignment that I'm going to cause you injury. If your bones don't sit comfortably with your toes pointed out in front of you, it's okay to have those toes pointed away. What you want to have is your hips and knees working together in a similar line, right? So back to it. Just rock and roll a few times, connecting to the space between your navel and your spine. And creating deep connection. Come back to neutral. Lift the feet off the mat. Shins are parallel to the earth. Knees are 90 degrees. We're going to do a couple of tabletop crunches. So navel to spine. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. I've had some neck tension issues, so I might be a little bit more supportive of my head and neck than usual. As long as you're still feeling it in your core, you're good to go. Lower down. Let's knock out about 10 of these. Inhale, exhale, lift. 2, 3. Remember to breathe. Ignore my mat. It makes air bubbles. And then it passes gas. I promise it's not me. 2 more. Last one. Hold. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Reach the arms away from you. Lower the right foot. And then the left. Pilates march for 1. For 2. 3. Keep that core engaged. Shoulders are relaxed. Fingertips are reaching away from you. No pressure in the neck. Let's do 3 more for 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and support my neck. Keeping the elbows wide. Last one. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Clasp the hands underneath the thighs and the knees. And then rock and roll up to seated. So we're going to roll like a ball a few times. Every time I do this, I'm reminded of my all-time favorite yoga teacher, Jenny, who made yoga fun for me when I didn't know it could be. So make yourself into a tiny ball. You might hug the knees. You might hold on to the thighs. Do what feels best for you, making sure that the movement is not based on momentum, but core strength. So we're engaging the core and allowing the movement to be guided by our breath and our abdominal strength. So inhale deeply. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, come back up. Don't let the toes touch the earth. And don't grip too tight. Sometimes I do that. I have to be mindful. So you might want to try to get your feet to be as close to the hips as possible. They might be out far. What matters is that your abdominals are engaged. That's 3, 4. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 8 and 5. Inhale back up to seated. Exhale, roll back. Feet almost touch. 2 more. Last one. Make it your best one. And beautiful. I almost flipped myself over. Flip over onto your hands and knees now. So you might need padding in your knees like I do, which is perfectly fine. Again, I'm always reminding others that using props is not a sign of inadequacy, it's a sign of strength. What's the point of doing a workout and destroying your joints in the process? It makes absolutely no sense. All right. So coming onto all fours, extend the right foot back behind you, lift it up, and heel is reaching away. We're going to do a couple of push-ups. So we want to keep those hips square. And that foot is off the mat. Lower down. Last one. We're only doing a few of these. Extend the left leg out and back. Adjust if necessary. I'm a little flipped, so it takes me some time to adjust. And I've been doing this for a while, so don't feel bad if you do, if it takes you some time. Exhale down. Inhale up. Really use your core muscles to push yourself down and lift yourself back up. 3. Elbows stay by the body. Lower knees. Come back into child's pose. Come on back up. Remove the blanket. Come into a forearm plank. So this is, every one of my clients loves this exercise so much. And if you believe me, it's great. So we're coming onto a forearm plank, clasping the hands together. And we're going to do hip dips. So we're dropping our hips over to the right and then to the left. Now, when we're doing this, many times people think they just slide side to side effortlessly, and they're like, what's the point of this? And I know they're not doing it with proper form until I hear them complaining about it. When I hear the complaints, that's when I know that, all right, those abdominals are engaged and they're maintaining their form. So you want to maintain that forearm plank throughout this entire exercise, right? So we're pushing the earth away from us, heels away from us. Core is engaged, dropping the hips to the left. See, I'm maintaining the plank. Three, 5, 8. Let's do 10 more, a little faster. 1, 2, feel free to bend the knees. 4, 5, 6, 7. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. You got it. Drop the knees. Come back into child's pose. Extend the arms back behind the body. And just breathe. You should be feeling
lovely magic in your shoulders and your side body, maybe even in your feet. Just observe the sensations in your body right now, knowing that if it's not pain, it's working. Come up. Curl the toes under. Lower the hips to the heels, your bum to your heels. Open the heart. Just rest the hands on the thighs, palms down or up, whatever feels good to you. And just take a moment to breathe. Anytime I do those, I like to take a moment to give the feet a little bit of a stretch afterwards because of the way my bones lie. My feet always take a bit more of a beating than others. So flip your feet around. We're going to do a few more on our back. Everybody's favorite. Come to lie flat on your back. Lift the legs up. So we are going to do some crisscross toe touches, nothing major. Seemingly simple, but super duper effective. If the Cirque du Soleil people are doing it, then I know it's a good one. So you can clasp the hands behind the head for support, or you can just keep them out in front. But what we're going to do is reach across and touch our ankles. All right, so I'm supporting my neck on account of the neck pain that I mentioned. But what you want to make sure that you're doing through each of these is engaging your core. There's no point in doing it if you're just twisting and everything is coming from your chest. Engage in your core. Flex those abdominal muscles. Feel them engaged, feel them switch on, pull the navel to spine. And when you're reaching, you should be exhaling. When you're pulling back, you should be inhaling. Let the breath guide the movement, and it becomes a lot more mindful. Don't feel awkward about breathing. So many people are weirded out by breathing out loud, audibly. It's not like you're passing a stinky fart in public or in a small space or anything. You know, feel okay with who and what you are and move your body. Give your body what it needs. Exhaling audibly is also therapeutic, but I won't get into that. So that was 10, right? 10 on each side. Let's do 10 more. Reset. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should feel your digestive fire being lit. 7, 8. Last 2. Last 1. Drop the knees. Let the knees fall from side to side. Rock it out. All right, come on to your right side. Move your hair out of the way. It's a part of the practice. Extend the legs. Lift the right leg off the mat. Left leg stays on top. Extend the left arm long. Inhale. On your exhale, crunch knee to elbow. We're going to do 10. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Really engage the glutes. 8, 9. Last one. 10. Switch sides. Left leg lifts, right leg on top. Extending the right arm up and overhead. Inhale, exhale, crunch for 1, 2, glutes are engaged, 3, 4. Really stretch the arms and legs away. 3 more, 2 more, last 1. Extend the arms, lie down flat, bend the knees, extend the arms out so the fingertips are almost touching the heels, or are touching depending on the length of your arms. Reconnect to the mat, to the earth, just like you did earlier with the pelvic tilts. And we're just going to reach from side to side. If you saw when I first started, my belly was not, my core was not engaged. I was just moving. So I had to reconnect, reset, and we're just reaching. 8, 9, 10. Hug the knees into the chest. And come to stand. Let's do a couple of standing spinal twists. I love a spinal twist because not only is it good for stretching the abdominals and stressing them, it helps with your mobility. So after you've done a lot of these, you want to really make sure that you stretch the body. So we're bringing the hands to prayer, then bringing the right arm or the hands over to the right side. Elbows are high and wide. They're almost in line with the shoulder. And then like we're swimming, bring the hands over to the left side. So this is a variation of a Tai Chi exercise called swimming dragon. It is not swimming dragon itself, but it's a variation. Something I just like to do to move the spine. So we look out in the opposite direction of where our hands are. We swim the hands over and look to the left. So hands are on the right, we're looking to the left. Swim the hands to the left, look to the right. So you can also bring the elbows back. So notice that the hips stay square. Beautiful. The arms out into a T, legs are wide. Toes reach out and away from you. Come down into a squat. Bend the elbows so that you're in a goddess squat. Just take a moment to stand in your power. Keep the core engaged. Tailbone is tucked under. Elbows are wide. Heart is open. Your inner thigh should already be feeling it. Keep breathing. Inhale the arms up and overhead. You're staying in your squat. Lower a little bit. Keep that tuck. Smile. You got this. It might be tough. It might be challenging. It might be burning. That's okay. Keep breathing. Breathe healing, calming, peaceful energy into those inner thighs, into the abdominals, into the shoulders. And slowly bend down a little bit deeper and then stand all the way up. Heel toe the feet back to center. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Arch the back if it feels good to you. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Don't bother the dog. Bend the knees. And then slowly come up like somebody is pulling you up from the waist with their arms from behind you. So that's our quick abdominal workout.
It's good to add to a full body workout, or if you want to do it standalone. If you want to feel more intense, you can repeat it 2 to 4 times. It's up to you. It's your practice. I like to do it at the end of a really gentle practice of yin, or just a gentle flow. I'm a little out of breath. I'm shocked. Also, I haven't worked out all week, so ugh. But let me know in the comments below if you liked this video, if there are any questions, concerns you might have, and how I can be of more support to you. Thanks so much for stopping by.